Boyfriend refuses to pay more than $1,300 in rent, but still expects a free ride. Seems like he's treating your home like a retirement plan with benefits. Time to redefine partnership before your lawn looks like a jungle and your wallet feels like a drought-stricken desert. Next, he'll blame aspirin for climate change and ibuprofen for inflation. Meanwhile, Jimmy Kimmel returns to remind us that comedy is the best antidote to presidential quackery. When your economy is a one-trick pony, you start praying. The panda knows a few new tricks. Kazakhstan might soon discover if it's a co-star or just an extra in China's economic blockbuster. Unification Church leader arrested for gifting ex-South Korean First Lady calls it divine generosity. White House denies border czar Roman took $50,000 bribe. Insists on moral purity. It's reassuring to know that in a world where money talks louder than policy, the only thing crossing the border is the truth, allegedly. Only 7% of WordPress plugins actually boost SEO, and developers call it optimization. Nature sneaks in a correction to a March article, adjusts the science math. In the grand tradition of scientists everywhere, they fixed a typo that probably baffled a dozen grad students and one very confused mouse. In a world where echo chambers echo louder than reason, Knowles waxes poetic about Kirk while ignoring the inconvenient truth of what happens when you shout into the void. The Western Wall must have a frequent kisser program. As American politicians line up for photo ops like they're auditioning for a reality show called Who Wants to Appease a Foreign Ally? White House says Trump will sign TikTok deal, then claims it's about privacy. It's like selling a glamorous vacation package, only to reveal the destination is a mental minefield where the souvenirs are trauma and the only guide is a YouTube Sengo. Kirk Memorial combines religion and politics, suggesting MAGA's future path. It's like a recipe where you mix holy water with a dash of YouTube Sengo. Sprinkle in some political fervor, and bake it under the Arizona sun until it's a cult casserole. Only 40% of climate pledges get fulfilled, and corporations call it progress. It's like promising to recycle while building a plastic skyscraper. The planet's future is being traded for a handful of greenwash press releases and a pat on the back. Only 20% of Paris memoirs sell more than 200 copies, yet publishers call it a classic genre. It's the literary equivalent of a baguette, crusty, romantic, and stale, unless you're sipping espresso on a cobblestone street, pretending to be Hemingway. Meanwhile, the rest of us are still stuck in the past, trying to figure out how to stop burning fossil fuels like it's going out of style. The former real estate mogul's vendetta against clean energy gets slapped by a gavel, proving even his bluster can't blow away judicial sanity. As investors chase shiny objects, gold proves it's the real winner, outlasting the tech bubble's temporary sugar rush with a timeless glint. While the aces were busy counting their chips, Mitchell showed them that the real jackpot is earned on the court, not at the casino. Turns out, calling a convicted sex offender's supreme friend in emails is not the royal endorsement charities were hoping for. Who knew? When pop stars and actors play legal dodgeball, it's like watching a soap opera, but with less plot coherence and more expensive lawyers. Russia suggests involvement in serious attack on Denmark, the NATO member now questioning its definition of peaceful neighbor. When your flight gets canceled because of a rogue flying toaster, it's clear the skies are now the Wild West and everyone's got a jetpack. Carbon storage promises to cut warming by 0.7 degrees, and oil CEOs call it a climate revolution. Turns out, the grand plan to save the planet was about as effective as using a paper straw to drink the ocean dry. U.S. sanctions entire International Criminal Court, then claims it's about justice. It's like divorcing the judge because you don't like the verdict, and then insisting you're still a law-abiding citizen. TV hosts cheer Kimmel's return, ignore protesting crowd outside. Scott Bessent claims Uncle Sam funds Miley's lab as Argentina's finances spiral. It's the fiscal equivalent of giving a toddler a flamethrower, then acting surprised when the house is on fire. Avvega flames ignite over Kimmel's return, because late night jokes are clearly the nation's top threat. Renault's green bond attracts 4 times the bids, proving that even in a weak market, money is greener than the grass. When it comes to saving the planet, it seems the only thing charging faster than an electric car is the cash flow into corporate pockets. Ukrainian drones buzz Moscow all night, leaving the mayor to wonder if his city is the latest contestant in Who Wants to Be a War Zone. When your political memoir reads like an Olympic event, you know you're either aiming for gold or dodging the hurdles of accountability. People's Bank of China ignores Fed signals, claims local data will guide their monetary policy, like a chef ignoring a recipe and trusting the smell. When your economic strategy involves blindfolded taste tests, you might end up with a financial dish only your mother could love. When your music discovery feels like solving a Rubik's Cube blindfolded, maybe it's time to admit that the real banger is the friends we made along the way. Candidate vows to tackle far-right extremism in Congress, then discovers Congress is where extremism goes to get a corner office. When your plan to clean up politics involves jumping into the mud pit, maybe it's time to realize that the only thing more persistent than online trolls is congressional inertia. Erdogan questions global conscience over Gaza, then keeps selling arms to regimes that wouldn't find a conscience with a GPS. It's a bit rich to lecture on morality while pocketing profits from the same conflicts that make those conscience checks necessary. Classic Rock's Vault opens 10 Moss projects, while fans wonder if nostalgia is the new currency or just a distraction from today's noise. Poland launches construction of its largest energy storage facility, hoping to power a future while still clinging to coal like a security blanket. This energy storage project is like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. It looks progressive, but the real problem still bleeds coal black in the background. Guterres demands Israel comply with court rulings on Gaza, and applause breaks out like a polite cough in a room full of diplomats. In a world where applause is the currency of change, Guterres' demand is a shiny penny tossed into the wishing well of international politics, sinking without a ripple. Only 5% of YouTube covers reach viral status, and Gauri Deshpande's piano rendition of Dunena is not one of them. In the vast ocean of user-generated content, Gauri's piano keys are a whisper in a hurricane, where talent often drowns in the tidal wave of cat videos and conspiracy theories. Hospitals perform 19 partial heart transplants on children, promising reduced surgeries. In a world where healthcare costs rival national debts, this breakthrough is like finding a unicorn in a Walmart parking lot. Magical, yet you wonder why it took so long. It's a classic case of buying a bigger lock after the horse is bolted. The only thing more inflated than the budget is the rhetoric. It's the kind of selective liberty that makes the First Amendment look like a VIP club. If you're not on the list, you're not getting in. Sandro Diaz plans to drop in from a building, defying gravity and common sense. It's a bold move that makes gravity seem like a mere suggestion, reminding us all that some people choose to laugh in the face of physics. Polished diplomacy chief blasts Russian aggression, calls it a desperate empire fantasy. It's like watching a historical reenactment where the costumes are real, but the empire's just playing dress up, stuck in a century that forgot to end. It's the kind of number that makes you wonder if he's been secretly trained by NASA to launch baseballs into orbit, leaving pitchers and physicists equally baffled. It's like letting the fox guard the hen house, and the hens are paying for a chance to win their own feathers back. Trump declares Antifa a state charges organization, though it lacks centralized leadership. It's a twisted bedtime story where the heroes rally for stolen innocence while Uncle Sam sneaks out the back door counting pennies. When the man who thinks windmills cause cancer lectures on potential. It's like a YouTube singo, calling out a whisper for being too loud. Global phishing surge targets 316 brands, calls it a digital buffet of deception. 17,500 domains and 74 countries later. It's like a spammer's version of the Olympics, but everyone loses their identity. When a runaway drone becomes Denmark's top threat, you know the world has shifted from Viking raids to tech tantrums, as if a flying toy could topple the whole infrastructure like a Lego set. Solar flare hurls electrons into heliosphere, but only 4 spacecraft bother to notice. When electrons start playing cosmic pinball in the heliosphere, scientists get giddy over their space chase, while the rest of us just try to get a stable internet connection on Earth. Trump promises global leadership while AI sector faces $800 billion shortfall. As the world watches Trump do his geopolitical tap dance, AI companies brace for a financial nosedive that makes Wall Street's hair stand on end.